Welcome to Power and Institutions, the Architecture of Global Influence. This course examines how power forms, evolves, and embeds itself across generations. In this module, we focus on the Invisible Council, how modern influence is coordinated. Power today rarely wears a crown. It wears a badge, a board seat, an advisory role. In earlier eras, power was visible. It wore crowns. It commanded armies. It ruled from thrones. Today, power is less theatrical. It moves through councils, advisory boards, financial frameworks, policy networks. It does not need to declare authority. It embeds itself into systems. You won't find it in palaces. You'll find it in conference rooms. Part 1. The Rise of Policy Networks. After World War II, global coordination accelerated. New institutions formed. The International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the United Nations, NATO. At the same time, private policy forums expanded. Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission, World Economic Forum. These are real, documented organisations. They are not secret governments. They are elite discussion platforms. Political leaders, corporate executives, central bankers, and academics meet to discuss global policy challenges. These meetings do not issue laws, but they shape conversation, and conversation shapes policy. Influence often precedes authority. Part 2. How influence moves. Modern influence works through alignment. Here is the mechanism. Think tanks draft policy proposals. Advisory councils refine frameworks. Media outlets cite these institutions. Governments adopt the language. Corporations adjust to the new structure. No single actor rules. Instead, networks converge around shared priorities: trade, security, climate policy, digital governance, financial regulation. Influence becomes distributed. But distribution does not mean decentralization, it means coordination.
Part 3. Financial leverage as governance. Modern states are deeply integrated into global financial systems. Consider central banking networks, international debt structures, sovereign credit ratings, cross-border investment flows. When nations rely on international lending institutions, economic policy becomes influenced by financial conditions. Debt agreements often come with structural requirements: reforms, privatization, regulatory adjustments. Economic dependence shapes political behavior, not through force, through obligation. Part 4. Narrative and media consolidation. Power is not sustained by money alone. It is sustained by narrative. Over the past few decades, media ownership has consolidated dramatically. A small number of corporations control a large percentage of global media distribution. When narrative frameworks align with policy discussions, public perception follows. Perception influences voting. Voting influences leadership. Leadership reinforces institutional direction. This creates a feedback loop. Policy, narrative, public response, institutional reinforcement. Modern power does not conquer, it coordinates. It does not need secrecy, it needs structure. It does not rely on divine right, it relies on institutional continuity. Understanding this is not about suspicion, it is about literacy. Because power that is invisible is often the most durable. Power rarely disappears. It evolves. In the next module, we examine how global systems formalize this coordination and how influence becomes embedded in regulatory architecture.